Hi everybody, I am Gandhimati from Muthayamal Engineering College. Today I am going to discuss about distributed multimedia system. Distributed multimedia system is one which supports multi-user. By this, user can access data at any time and from anywhere. So, the DMMS consists of multimedia database, proxy, and information server which provide information to the user, and many number of clients. The clients can be a business user or home user, and they are all distributed over the network. Multimedia application component. It consists of many components. Here I am going to discuss about 8 component: application software, document object store, image and still video store, audio video component store, object directory service agent, component service agent, user interface and service agent, and network. First, I'm going to discuss about application software. It have basic tasks such as object selection, retrieval, component display, user initiated display, and object display management and editing. Object selection is nothing but users select a database record or a hypermedia document from a file system, that is DBMS, database management system, or from document server. Object retrieval, it provided by the application software component which is used to retrieve the application by from the base object. Object component display is one which allow some document components are displayed automatically when the user move a pointer to the field or button associated with the multimedia object. User initiated display, which require user action before playback or display. And the last characteristics is object display management and editing, which allow user to control playback or edit the document object. The next component is document object store, which is used to store a large volume of document. Some of the characteristics of document storage are: primary document storage, that is a file system or a database that contain primary document objects, where also it consists of a embedded document multimedia object which are stored in separate server container object. Linked object storage, here the linked object can be called as an embedded component, where it is attached with a text or hyper with a text. It can be a text or formatting information and linked information and linked component such as pointer to image, audio and video component contained in a document. It may be stored on separate server. The next two characteristics is linked object management, where link information contain name of the component, service class or type. It consists of general attributes such as size, duration of the play. The third one is image and still video store. The image and still video store can be characterized by many parts. First one is compressed information, which allow the image or still video to transfer easily, and also which occupy less space due to the compression. And it can contain multi-image documents, and also it can be consist of related annotations. Annotations is nothing but when text or image is attached with other component. And here large volume can be occupied by image or still video store between optical library, and it require high speed media such as magnetic cache store to store that image and still video. And also it allows shared access, which provide the server software manage the server, and it has to be accessed by the many user. The fourth component is audio and video full motion video store, where it have four characteristics: large capacity file system. By this, the compressed video also can be of large size which consists of 6 to 10 MB for 1 minute of video playback, and temporary or permanent storage where the video objects can be stored temporarily or permanent storage. Temporary means it consists in a main memory. When after accessing it will be erased. Permanent storage which will be stored in a disk cache. Whenever we want it can be accessed from that secondary storage, and it consists of migration to high volume or lower cost media, and playback isochronicity where the playback a video object require high speed without any break. The fifth component is object directory service agent, where the service provided by directory service agents are directory service, which which consists of list of all multimedia object by classes and server location. Next one is object assignment. Here it assigns unique identification to each multimedia object. Object status management, which track the current usage status of each object. Directory service domain, which allow setting up domains constructed around group of server, and directory service server element, which have reside on either server or some other resources. The network access, where it provides accessibility from any workstation on the network. And the sixth component is component service agent, where the characteristics is provided by five division. Object creating service, it is used for creating a new object from the directory service agent. And next one is playback service, which provide service like play, seek, search, copy and delete, etc. And third one is component object service agent, which provide the service for specific object type such as video component, and service agent on server, where multiple component agent may reside on the server if the server stores multiple component object. And multi-facet service, where it exists in several forms of such compressed or uncompressed format. The seventh component is user interface service agent, which reside on each workstation, and also it provide direct service to the application software. The service provide user interface service agent like window management, object creation and capture, object display and playback. Window management creates a new window for multimedia object when it is invoked and register it. Object creation and capture request component service agent to set up a new object and capture and store a new object. Object display and playback set up object for decompression, scaling and adjusting frame of display or playback of object where it should be displayed. And the last component of distributed multimedia system is multi-server network topology. Here the distributor is fully functionally over the multimedia network. Over wide variety of network topologies are supported by distributed multimedia system. The primary topology that are supported by distributed multimedia system are traditional LAN. It can be called as Ethernet or token ring, and extended LAN, which use switching hub, bridges and routers, and high speed LAN, for example ATM and FDDI, where it is asynchronous, work in asynchronous mode. And WAN is wide area network, which includes more number of LAN, dial up link including ISDN T1 and T3 line, etc. So it also support the distributed multimedia system also support distributed client server operation, where it is of three architecture: client in distributed work group component, where the client have overall control to the distributed work group computing, where the clients are the end user with workstation running multimedia application. And server and distributed work group computing, where server used to store data object, and middleware in distributed work group computing, it act like the interface between backend database and front end client. So the primary role of middleware is to link the backend database to front end client. And the distributed multimedia system is supported by multi-user, so it need large volume to be stored. So it can be stored by mass storage like RAID, warm, read writable optical disk library. And in the next part we are going to discuss about RAID, which is more cost effective solution, and there are different levels of a RAID. And last one is distributed multimedia database, which consists of member of different type of multimedia object, and they are play an important role, which is used to store image, still video, audio, full motion video, and it should be a feasible one because it can be accessed by many user from many places. By this, I conclude the application of distributed multimedia system. Thank you.